A good Friday night to you sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke. Greg. You know, Greg, so often we talk about depth, but how important is it for these teams to possess it?
Yeah, especially with the amount of injuries we see happen every season. It's so critical that teams have players that are ready to step up and produce. It really allow you to not have to change the way you play.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. And it's Nesmith in at the small forward. Pass to Conley. It's Edwards on the wing. He takes it. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice.
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Conley against Halliburton. Turner with a screen on Conley. Here's Halliburton. And it's Mike Conley with the rebound. And the Timberwolves with possession. Edwards kicks to Randall. Over Siakam. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Goodness, Anthony Edwards. Always on the attack. This guy is just so dynamic.
And so Siakam will bring it up for Indiana. 4-point game. And those advanced numbers, Doris, they show Rudy Gobert is historically great.
Kevin, I love that you are an analytics lover, but for me, it's about the eye test. Rudy Gobert has won the Defensive Player of the Year on more than one occasion. He's played on winning teams, and he's been an integral part of their success. He is one of the all-time great defenders we've seen.
Pass to Nesmith. Beyond the arc. And Siakam is good for 3.
This is a guy with size and range. You cannot let Pascal Siakam get those kinds of looks from deep.
Conley finds Randall. Now Edwards from past the arc. It's rebounded by Tyrese Halliburton. Now here's Nesmith. Julius Randle with the rebound.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Outside Conley. McDaniels passes to Conley. Nailed from three-point land.
Boy, you've got to love when Mike Conley shoots it with confidence, goes to the catch-and-shoot game. All right, Mike.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Halliburton against Conley. Turner with a screen for Halliburton. With the drive, here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Well, Pascal Siakam has the ability to play on the inside and score with that length.
Conley kicks to Edwards. Siakam pulls it in. Pacers trail by 4. Nesmith, the pass to Siakam. That one goes. Count it.
Well, we're talking about a tough individual competitor in Pascal Siakam. He goes right at the defense.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
So far in this one, guys, it's been the shooting. In particular, from mid-range. That has been huge for them.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Conley, the pass to Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Trains the three-pointer.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
And when you think back to that Sabonis-Halliburton trade, Doris, it really worked out for both teams.
It's rare, Kevin, that you can talk about a, quote, win-win for both sides. Most trades are a little bit harder to evaluate because they involve more moving pieces. This was a straight-up one-to-one swap with young stars and positional fits for each side.
Conley, and he uses the glass on the layup. Conley's got 5.
Well, if you give Mike Conley any kind of position on the interior, he is just crafty enough to finish it.
Turner with a screen on Conley. Halliburton for 3. Drills the three-pointer. Halliburton's got his second basket of the night.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And Edwards with the stuff.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. Trailing by 5. Pass to Turner. Three-pointer. Randall grabs the board. Minnesota's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And it's sent back by Turner.
Miles Turner with that length sends it back twice on the pipe. Miles.
Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And the Pacers also making a change. Benedict Mathurin, he's checked in for Halliburton. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball. I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much. A nice shot by McDaniel.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Randall against Siakam. Back to Nembhard. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up on the elbow. Jump shot is good.
This guy plays with such confidence and ability to score in a variety of ways. Nice.
Alexander Walker passes to Randall. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for Minnesota. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll return shortly. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
They've got Miller, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Edwards. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Reed in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Here's Edwards. Strong move inside by Edwards.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards in the painted area is going to be a force. Size, strength, and hops. Look out.
McConnell finds Halliburton. To the paint. Here's Walker. Miller grabs the miss. Timberwolves leading by 9. Now Reed. Knocked away. And it goes out of bounds. That one off McConnell. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Inod's checked in. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Garza's checked in. Halliburton for three. Sinks the three-pointer. Halliburton's got 8 points.
Halliburton, a huge part of this offense, which is why he has the confidence in these catch-and-shoot situations. No hesitation.
Here's DiVincenzo. He gets that one. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That is his first foul of the game. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Mike Conley comes in for Donte DiVincenzo. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Indiana. Andrew Nembhard comes in for T.J. McConnell. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Conley kicks to Edwards. But Trey, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Edwards got the lead up to 9 now for Minnesota. Pass to Mathurin. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's Toppin. Back to Mathurin. Halliburton up top. Shoots. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Halliburton's got 5 points now in the quarter. Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this.
Anthony Edwards came into the league with a reputation as a scorer. He is starting to hum a little bit right here.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Halliburton with it. 10 points for him. Fires from deep. Gobert pulls it in.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Conley's shot is off. Pacers trail by 9. Halliburton on the wing. Covered by Conley. Halliburton against Conley. On the wing, Mathurin. From outside, off the mark. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Edwards getting the close range, too.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Minnesota making some changes. Julius Randle's checked in for Reed. And it's McDaniels in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Indiana also making some changes. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. And it's Nesmith in for Benedict Mathurin. Here's Nembhard. The shot is good. And so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
McDaniels passes to Randle. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
Boy, there was plenty of contact down low, but Randle assertive and able to find the finish.
Conley against Halliburton. 6 to shoot. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Randle's got his 4th rebound in this one. Conley with it, picked up by Turner. Edwards. It's rebounded by Indiana.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Siakam outside. Back to Halliburton. The 3. Siakam misses. Timberwolves leading by 11. Randle dishes to McDaniels. Back to Randle. Edwards inside. He's against Turner. Edwards can't hit. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. A nice shot by McDaniels. 10 points for Jaden McDaniel.
The unselfish play by Anthony Edwards. Teammate is wide open. He puts it right where it needs to be.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Pass to Nesmith. Right side, Mathurin. There's the triple. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Mathurin's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, a lot of confidence to Mathurin's game. That efficiency has to get better, but he is not shy.
And here is McDaniel. And here is DiVincenzo. That one's good from the corner. DiVincenzo's got his second bucket of the night. And so that's the end of the first half. Timberwolves ahead. They lead by 12. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. Coach, where do you look to shore things up at the defensive end?
Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
On the court for Indiana. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Nesmith in at the 3. Outside Conley. Pass to Gobert. Turner with the steal. Takes it out to Siakam. And it's good off the back rim and in. Siakam's got it back down to single digits for the Pacers. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton has become the face of the Pacers franchise. He says they've done a great job of allowing me to spread who I am and how I play throughout the organization. The guys and the coaches have adapted to that. Good things are happening. I want us to be the best team in the league. Kevin, he's certainly taking it in the right direction.
David, I'm infatuated with this guy as you are. He does so much at such a young age. Man, the sky is the limit. And it's sent back by Turner. Pass to Nesmith. It's stolen by Edwards. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. For the 3. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Pacers trail by 5. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
It seems every season, Doris, we have players speak out on being unhappy with their role.
Well, consider, Kevin, that if you're one player on a roster in the NBA, how coveted each of those spots are, but also how competitive they are. You don't get there without that nature, which means you want to play. Tyrese Halliburton is putting in work right now. This guy getting to his spots and scoring with ease.
ball movement by Minnesota. It counts, and the foul. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton.
And providing the support, boy, they need it. That stops a 12-0 run by Indiana.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Free throw good, Edwards.
Well, Anthony Edwards has the kind of frame and skill set that can make him a force. But it all comes down to paying the price and putting in the work now.
Siakam kicks to Halliburton. From deep. Neesmith can't get it to go. Timberwolves leading by 3. Here's Edwards. Whoa, a little extra right there from Edwards.
Boy, the quickness off the dribble drive by Anthony Edwards. Being able to put it on the deck, so important.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Halliburton passes to Siakam. Turner with a screen on Conley to the middle. The shot by Turner, no good.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Basket counts.
And this is what we've come to expect from this guy, right? Not only making a ton of shots, but being efficient while doing so.
Siakam inside. He's defended by Randall. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. Craig, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Minnesota. Edwards, no good. Pacers trail by 7. Siakam passes to Nembhard. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Halliburton, no good.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
And that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. Looking for a breather. And maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Here's Siakam. He's got 12. At the top of the key, Turner. Halliburton outside. 5 to shoot. Trying to get something going. Indiana again missing. Minnesota leading by 9. Here's Edwards. And it's Mathurin with the rebound. Pacers have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Here's Nembhard. Indiana again missing. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Conley dishes to Randall. Back to Conley. Over in the corner, Edwards. Fires the 3. Edwards with confidence.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Siakam's shot is off.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
There's the drive, and Siakam throws it down.
And powering it home. He ends a 12-0 run by the Timberwolves.
Finally, the pass to Edwards. Randall outside. Pass to Edwards. It's Edwards on the wing. Edwards with a tough shot.
Well, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior, such a tough check.
Halliburton looking around. Hits the 3-point bomb. Halliburton's got 11 points in the quarter.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And so it's Minnesota in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. We've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Edwards is out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Joe Ingles. And it's Reed in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Halliburton against Edwards. Outside Mathurin. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
Back to Edwards. Over Halliburton. Edwards, no good.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Reed against Walker. Pass to Mathurin. McConnell kicks to Halliburton. Ingles with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 11. Reed with it. He's picked up by Walker. For three, Edwards. It's rebounded by Indiana. Here's McConnell. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Halliburton finds McConnell. Here's the floater. Ingles with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. This one for three. And he's good on the three ball. Reeves got the lead up to 14 now for the Timberwolves. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle them up right away. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Clark comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Mike Conley in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. In Indiana with the change here, too. Andrew Nembhard's checked in for T.J. McConnell. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thank you, David.
And what you love about Edwards is how intense he is. Guy plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
Nembhard, the pass to Halliburton. And finished off by Halliburton.
But we're talking about a guard who's got some bounce. Tyrese Halliburton with the hops.
Minnesota leading by 12. Over in the corner, Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Halliburton for three. Drills it from outside. Halliburton's got 28 points for the game.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
Also, they've been living in the lane. They're getting the ball in close, and it's had a devastating impact all game long.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Lock at 6. For 3, Siakam. And again, it's the Pacers from deep.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Conley kicks to Edwards. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Nembhard, the pass to Halliburton. Driving the lane, and Halliburton slams it in.
Yeah, that's Halliburton's handle, getting by defenders to the spot and then finish with authority.
Minnesota making some changes. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for Clark. And it's McDaniels in for Dante DiVincenzo. McDaniels dishes to Edwards. From downtown. Shot by McDaniels, no good. Pacers trail by 7. There's a minute 47 left in the 4th quarter.
That's just a savvy move to draw the foul. And despite that young age, Halliburton like a seasoned veteran right there.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Back to McDaniel. Oh, here's Edwards. Defense is right there. Count it. Good. Edwards got 38 points.
I mean, that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Lets it go from 11. Halliburton, that's good.
The Halliburton just has a knack for understanding what his team needs, and that was a big-time clutch delivery.
It's Edwards on the wing. Nembhard covering. Oh, here's Edwards. That one, no good. On offense, here are the Pacers. They're on a 16-7 run. Bounce pass, Halliburton. Turner with a screen for Siakam. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Pascal Siakam. Improvement, yes. Big-time player, no doubt.
Pass to Edwards. Gobert with it. Randall finds Edwards. Shoots over Nembhard. Edwards, no good. And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
There's 14 seconds left in the 4th. Has to Gobert. Back to Conley. Over in the corner, Edwards. It's off, and that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. The forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. And it's Turner in at the 5. And there's Edwards on the assist from Randall. Edwards got 41.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Nembhard, the pass to Halliburton. Now Nembhard. Siakam a screen on Edwards. 4 on the shot clock. Out to Turner. It's up a 3. Mike Conley with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 3. McDaniels passes to Randle. And he banks in the layup.
Such a tough proposition guarding Julius Randle in that area. This guy is capable on the interior.
Halliburton for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Halliburton's got 37.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
It's to Gobert. Oh, here is Edwards. Conley kicks to Randle. Back to Conley. Now Edwards. Gobert with it. Shoots over Turner. Gobert, no good.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Puts the move on. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Halliburton's got it all tied up now for the Pacers. McDaniels finds Edwards. Lays it up off the glass. Edwards got 43 points.
And the more experience Edwards gets, the better he'll become, especially when he's stepping up and hitting the big shots.
Around 2 minutes into overtime now. It's been a good one. That shot off. Neesmith, the pass to Nembhard. It's money from deep.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two. Anthony Edwards relishes big-time moments, and he delivers right there.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Halliburton against Conley.
Tyrese Halliburton has played with a poise beyond his years. He's got another chance here to continue to build on that.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1. Halliburton hits them both.
Well, this is the kind of player he is. The tougher the moment, the more he elevates his game.
Out to Edwards. Edwards making a statement.
We know this about Anthony Edwards. He is fearless in these moments. That's a big-time clutch delivery.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
I'll tell you, they'd better come up with some points on every possession from now on.
And so it's Rick Carlisle here calling timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. What do you think we're going to see here?
And they've got plenty of time to get a basket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
Edwards flashing inside. Count it.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Pass to Nembhard. Good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Well, that's somebody who sees the whole floor and delivers it to the perfect wide-open shooter.
When they foul intentionally, they're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet. And now we've got the intentional foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Well, those are essential free throws to make it a 3-point lead. It's going to take something from long range now to tie this game.
So it's Minnesota taking the W in a close one. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
Yeah, probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down to